Ventilate them. No, no, no. Dang. Welcome, huge movie fanatic Nate, joined with Keith in the dark. Yeah, we could turn on the light, but I'm much more of a natural light kind of guy, and
doesn't want to see me anyway.
Yeah, the less you see him, the better. So we are coming at you this time for a movie review that was a request, another request by the guy who requested Night of the Demons. So thank you for the request. This one, I don't know about Keith. I know much more because I was a big fan of it as a kid. So it'll be much probably more comprehensive review. Coming at you to review Darkman. Why don't I briefly start where my history began with the movie? It was summer 1990. This is like before internet, so I don't even know how we even found out about stuff, but for some reason I found out about it, and you know, we saw it, me and Dad saw it in the theater. So I mean, it was really cool. And I remember, I have this recollection, maybe it was just the 13-year-old's made up thing, that I think it did.
So it was 1990 it came out?
It came out the summer 1990, and I think it was did relatively well. I don't know how I know that back then. Maybe it was just the 13-year-old wish, but we should also say that this is Sam Raimi's first like big movie that was, you know, put out by Universal and probably a relatively wide release. A film, and I think it was a pretty big hit, and I remember loving it at the time. Oh, another line we could have started the review with was, "Take the fucking elephant!" Of course, back then in 1990, I sure as hell didn't know, a lot of people didn't know who Liam Neeson was. Of course, he'd go on to become, you know, much more a popular actor and stuff, but I don't know when the hell he started acting, but this must have been early on in his...
I know what I first saw him in.
Okay, well...
Excalibur.
Okay, oh, that would have been, is that the early 80s?
Early, like 81,
Oh,
82,
wow,
yeah.
so he was, Jesus, he was doing stuff way back then. It took him that long to get a starring part. Okay, well, all I know is, you know, already at this time in 1990 when this came out in the theater, I'd obviously already a Sam Raimi fan, being a big fan of Evil Dead 1 and 2 at the time, and I was just proud of, or glad that Sam Raimi actually got a break and was able to do something that was an A movie kind of a thing. And you know, Danny Elfman, this was back when he was working a whole hell of a lot, doing his signature Danny Elfman sounding stuff at the time. Obviously the score is amazing, and from what I understand, Sam Raimi wanted to do The Shadow but couldn't get the rights for it, so he's like, well, fuck it, I'll do my own Shadow.
That's what I had heard, yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's actually turned out for the best, because although Sam Raimi would have done an awesome Shadow, probably a lot better than the one we'd get like 4 years later, I think it's, you know, cool that because of that we got this new character, which is a really, which as a 13-year-old I thought was a really cool idea at the time.
Yeah. I believe I first heard about Darkman when I was at the comic store.
When you, oh, you mean you heard about it at the comic store?
Yeah, in the 90s. Like, it was there. I remember seeing something about it in
a magazine.
I don't know if it was Fangoria.
Oh, that's probably where I would have heard about it.
Or if it was in upcoming new comic hero things. I remember finding out about it because I used to always go to the comic book store.
Yeah, that's true.
Before I started going to like Suncoast and stuff like that.
That would be your source of information. The magazine's on the rack before there was internet.
Right. You know, of upcoming projects or whatever. And so that's how I remember like hearing about it. I didn't know much about it at that point.
No.
I did see it in the theater, I'm pretty sure. I believe I did.
So who the hell would have taken you? Mom, obviously, or you?
No. I probably would have went. I probably would have went with probably Joey.
So they let 13-year-old kids in alone, huh?
Well, you could possibly, especially if it was Toby.
Oh, okay.
Down there, they didn't care.
They didn't give a shit.
No. Okay. They just would have bought us tickets and sent us there.
Okay.
But I did see it at some point in the theater. But then later on, I kind of forgot about it. I thought it was good, but I didn't have any other sources for it at the time. And then I met this guy, and he introduced me more to it. I
was a Darkman nut, and I think you know, my practice was before, you know, because for those of you who don't know, VHS cost so much in the 90s, and you couldn't buy it until months after it came out on home video unless it was a sell-through title. Most titles weren't. my practice would be to dub
Double.
tapes, and of course with this title, Universal had some high-class copy protection situations. So I think I'm pretty sure I had you tape it or request it on pay-per-view.
We did.
And I recorded it. I did that with him. He was gracious enough to do that. I'm sure I paid him.
Paid me handsomely.
Paid him handsomely. I did that, I think, with Darkman, Child's Play 2, Rocketeer, possibly Edward Scissorhands.
I think Scissorhands was there too.
That might have been, that's all the 4 that I can remember.
Yeah.
But this guy, I got him recorded off of pay-per-view.
So I had the cable stuff and he didn't.
I didn't, so we gave you paid him handsomely and got Darkman and those other titles recorded on pay-per-view before I could find a previously viewed VHS. So then when you got to know me, that would have been actually right around the time this came out on home video. So then I reinvigorated your Darkmanishness.
Well, yeah, because you made me watch it on the.
I made you watch it on pay-per-view.
We watched the movie and all that stuff. And then we played the Nintendo game.
Oh my God! We would have rented it because neither of us owned it. I don't think.
No, you're the one that rented it.
Oh, okay, I'm the guilty one. I can't.
Look, I got Darkman.
I can't remember for the life of me Darkman. Now, do you have that on your emulator?
100%.
Oh.
It's there. I remember it. I actually tried it not long ago. It's horrible.
Is it like RoboCop 3?
Might not. I don't think it's that bad, but it's really hard. I mean, we could do a different thing on that if you want.
Oh, a review of the game. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, for the movie, obviously I was a big Evil Dead fan, so obviously I wanted to see what Sam Raimi was going to do.
Oh boy.
I knew Liam Neeson, but not that great. I mean, I knew
of him.
Yeah, I knew of him, but not like.
Were you an Excalibur fan at the time? Probably.
I was. I loved Excalibur.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I probably at the time I probably didn't equate him to that at the time.
Probably not. He was
probably look the same in it.
He would be like crazy young in Excalibur.
Yeah. Yeah. So, what do you want me to say next?
I want you to say, Nate, I think it was fun. Say that.
Okay, Nate, I think it was fun.
I liked the part where.
I liked the part where he puts the funnel on his head.
Why are you making up your own thoughts?
I couldn't see the dancing freak.
Oh yeah.
But I thought it was a really good display of a guy because they're trying to do this whole adrenaline thing.
Oh my God.
And the pain and just the mind.
Fuckery.
The mind fuckery this guy was going through. So I thought he displayed like this sort of psychoticness.
Very well.
To a geniusness.
Yeah.
You know.
It's like Phantom of the Opera meets The Shadow meets possibly Jekyll and Hyde or something.
Kinda, yeah. Something along those lines, yeah.
I'm actually glad that he didn't get a chance to do Darkman, The Shadow rather, because we wouldn't necessarily have Darkman otherwise.
Might not.
And for those of you who don't know, I'm sure you all know, but very briefly, it's about this Peyton Westlake is this. I can remember.
Yeah.
I can remember. It was like 92 and we had a fire and we were playing with the fire and I said, "You careful, Keith, you don't want to look like Peyton Westlake."
What did I say? Did I know who it was?
I don't think you knew who it was. And then I said, "You said who?" And I said, "Darkman," with a depressed or with a disappointed voice, like you didn't know who Peyton Westlake was. But it's this guy who's working on I don't know why he's coincidentally working on a skin
for like burn victims
and then he coincidentally gets burned. But the idea with the whole Darkman thing is they can't get it to work to last in light. It lasts in dark, but something about light
60 minutes like in the light.
It might be 98, 99 minutes or something
like that, but it falls apart anyways.
It falls apart at some time in the light. So yeah, and then I remember the bad guy, High Steel, that bad guy.
Oh yeah.
It's like he's at the end. He's like he says it at least 2 or 3 times. High Steel. That would have been a line we could have started the review with. But he's funny, basically. Oh, then you can't forget Larry. I think it's Larry. Is it raining?
Larry Cohen.
Larry Drake.
Larry Drake
as the bad guy.
And I remember I recognized him from Dark Night of the Scarecrow.
Oh, okay,
That's
yeah.
what I first saw.
I wouldn't see that until much later,
Okay.
but exactly.
That was one of my I grew up with. Was that one?
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
How did you grow up with that? Did you have that was a TV movie? So did you have it on home video?
Well, in short, yeah. Well, they always had it on TV, like.
Oh, so it was always on. Oh.
Yeah. But for me, I really liked it because it takes place on a farm, and at the time, I lived on a farm.
Oh,
She
damn.
didn't you were at.
Okay.
Before.
Your grandparents?
Yeah. So the environment in that movie looked like that.
Yeah, you just go outside the door.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so they play it on TV.
And so Tim, Larry Drake, playing, the mentally challenged guy in Dark Night of the Scarecrow. To then later seeing him as that in his other roles, he was a really good actor.
Oh God, wasn't he fun?
Yeah, he was, and supposed to be a really nice guy. Too,
oh sure.
For outside of the business.
Acting, yeah.
Yeah.
But why can't I think of Robert G. Durant.
Robert Durand.
Robert G. Durant. The name isn't Buddy. It's Durant. Robert. Anyway, you get the idea. But a lot of memorable characters. Oh, we can't forget. I thought this was. I don't particularly think, and I said this. Go ahead.
You gave me an idea. I think Total Recall stole a bit from Darkman.
Oh, probably.
2 weeks.
Wait, well, they both came out the same summer. It'd be hard to steal.
I mean,
just a thought. Okay, yeah, you might be right.
When his mask thing started, 2 weeks. Duran.
Oh, okay.
When the mask started.
Oh, I got you. Same summer, same kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, what the hell was I saying? I forgot. Oh well. But anyway, what I was gonna say is if you watch my Blood Simple review, you'll know that I never found Frances McDormand to be particularly an attractive woman, and she's like the love interest of Peyton in this movie. And even back then I was like, she's the love interest. Huh? I mean, it'd almost be better to have Ted Raimi be the love interest. He's cuter, but
and the thing is, like, she was in. I think it was before that. She was in that movie Flowers in the Attic.
Oh, I never seen that.
Where she's the evil mom.
Oh,
locks the kids up in there. So then they have this person with the.
It didn't work for you because she was an evil.
Yeah, and I only know about that movie because I want to say we had to watch it in school.
Oh, sorry.
Flowers in the Attic because we had to read the book. Yeah.
Sorry.
No, I mean, but so that's the only reason I recognized her at that time.
Okay, so Flowers in the Attic woman. But anyway, what ends up happening? Well, you probably know what ends up happening. But it's a downpour. So lucky us. But
is it?
Yeah, do you want to go outside and get in it?
Yeah, let's get in it. We're gonna get in it soon.
If you want to do it now, we can cut.
Yeah, let's
cut.
cut.
It might be over. See you in a bit. It'll just be a second for you. All right, here we are in the
rain.
In the rain. So we'll just take a. What do they call this in the music business? It's an I word. Anyway.
An interlude?
Interlude, there you go. Oh. Interlude and be in the rain, but yeah.
It's already slowing down.
Yeah, god dang it. Oh.
We've been waiting for the sky to crack open for weeks.
We'll enjoy what we can get.
Right, and then the heat will come up and then it'll be a sauna again, I'm sure.
So bear with us while we enjoy the rain.
Yeah. It's so cleansing.
It is. So, we're in the rain.
We're not going to sing though.
No? I'm not.
I won't either.
No? Mosquito!
Really?
Yeah. Why are you so amazed?
I don't know. I thought you were doing the two-step.
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
So we're getting a little wet.
Cut that off.
Well, we'll see.
Me and Nate getting wet.
Yeah.
Getting wet, getting drippy.
Little intermission from a review.
Yep. Since we've been suffering.
Well, yeah, it's really hot in there. I don't know if you can hear the
fan really helps though.
The fan. I put a fan on them.
Without that, we would have been dying.
Well, yeah. So you probably want us to live so we can keep making videos, don't you?
Yeah. Stay alive.
Anyway, back inside from the rain. It's kind of stopped raining. It's gotten even darker. We're just gonna roll with the darkness. Well, it's only appropriate.
In the Darkman review.
Darkman review. So what I was gonna say is, obviously you probably know, but he gets burnt, and there's this really cool plot point. What's so damn funny, you son of a...
He gets burnt.
He gets burnt all over, and there's this really cool plot point where, what's her name, makes a brief appearance. Jenny... What the hell's her name? Damn it. Anyway, the woman from American Werewolf in London, I forgot her name right now, that British chick.
Oh yeah, her, yeah.
Yeah, she's in Child's Play too.
That's
Anyway,
right.
she makes a brief appearance as a doctor, and she explains, huh? She's like a nurse in Werewolf.
Yeah.
Okay, so she explains to the audience about they had to sever something to the nerves, so he isn't suffering from the burnt pain, which also gives him augmented strength.
Right.
Hence the restraints. But anyway, the movie's just about Darkman kind of being this Phantom of the Opera slash whatever character, trying to get the bad guys that did this to him while also trying to fix the skin that'll work. God, it's really
so
dark.
he can go back and have his relationship.
A relationship with the evil witch from whatever the hell movie.
She's like, oh, I gotta go. I'm sorry, Jenny.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
Julie.
I can't remember her name.
Julie! I remember because he says like 1,000 times in the movie, Julie!
Yeah, what does he say? What if I was disfigured, like, horribly?
Oh, yeah. Well, why does that matter? Just, what would you do? I don't know.
Tell me!
But we should also not forget to mention that, Sam Raimi makes a cameo as one of the doctors, and who else is in there?
Bruce Campbell.
At the very end. But at the next to him as one of the doctors is the director of what's it called, American Werewolf in London, John Landis.
Yeah. Right, okay.
So Bruce Campbell as well. I remember when
That's probably why he had Jenny in there.
It could be, yeah. What the hell? I don't know, what the hell. But Bruce Campbell, we saw a screening of Evil Dead in early 2002 in the city, and Bruce Campbell was there for Q&A, and Keith actually asked a couple questions. I was having my hand up, and I was going to ask, how much did you get paid? How long did it take to work on Darkman? Obviously, for his one shot at the end, he never picked me. He picked him twice. But do you remember what you asked him?
Yeah, the first thing I asked him was about the Spider-Man suits.
Oh, what'd you say?
I said, did you guys ever find the Spider-Man suits that were stolen off the set?
Oh, okay.
And he's like, yeah, where'd you put them? Or something like that. He thought I had them. Yeah, bring them back.
And what was the other question?
I'm trying, I can't remember what
I can remember this other one, to see if it rings a bell. You asked him, was there ever any discussion about you playing Spider-Man being him?
I thought he would make a good Peter Parker.
At what age? The age he was then, or younger?
Well,
even at that age?
I think he could have, yeah.
Do you remember his response?
No, what did he say?
Well, it was something along the lines of him being a little too advanced in the old age department. Right. But yeah, I can remember that question.
Yeah.
So there you go. So he got 2 questions with Bruce Campbell. I got 0. But I was going to ask him, like, how many takes it took from Darkman, or how much he got paid for Darkman, or some crap like that. But I never got to ask him. But anyway, holy crap! Talk about a sidetrack. Yeah. But anyway, I guess that unless you've got any other thoughts on Darkman,
I think it's a pretty. I mean, there really isn't a happy ending in the movie.
That is a tragic kind of happy ending, and of course, as you well know, I mean, they made. Did you see the direct-to-video 2 and 3 sequels?
I think I seen the second one. I don't remember them.
Right, I can't remember.
Because I don't think they're even close to the.
Well, no, they're nowhere close to the greatness of the first one, because I mean there was some pretty cool stuff.
But he leaves the girl.
Well, there's no Frances McDormand in.
Well, no, but I mean at the end of the first.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, there's going to be no relationship.
Right.
Yeah.
Because she slept with the other guy and.
Well, we don't know. She didn't sleep with them.
I thought she did. I thought she did.
Not that I'm aware of, unless you've seen a different cut.
Well, I think they mentioned it in the show.
No. The show being the movie?
Yeah.
Okay, no, she just said,
There's nobody, I swear.
was there someone else? And, well, yes, but he was just comforted me, or I don't think they had sex. But if he's got other thoughts.
I think they did.
Well, I don't. You probably can't see his expression, but he thinks they had sex. I don't. What do you guys think? But anyway, the closing. I remember being a teenager and just because '92. In '92, I got my first hi-fi stereo VCR, so I actually got to watch Darkman in stereo, and I ruined it. By that time, I actually had a previously viewed cassette from a video store, and I just wore that scene out where they went to go blast him, and you know he runs out of there, and the helicopter,
oh, the helicopter thing,
and the hanging from
big bolt gun,
the big huge gun thing, yeah. And Larry Drake shooting the big grenade gun, and the bolt gun's at the end on the high steel.
Yeah, yeah.
And I just wore that. I mean, I just watched that over and over and over, and the music and the spectacle, and of course the famous Oldsmobile makes a quick appearance. Did you know that?
Yep.
And that shot and gets hit and
yep.
whatever. But anyway, I can remember Dad. Too bad I don't have frickin' video of this. How cool would that be? But Dad just laughing at a lot of the funny stuff and take the fucking elephant. And that was actually a Dad. I think Dad might have said that a couple times in 1990. You know, take the fucking elephant, just
really?
Randomly.
Yeah.
Yeah. He enjoyed the humor, and I thought the way the movie began with that, you know, the characters, the bad guys confronting that one other guy, and you know, I've got he's got the cigar thing, and yeah, I've got 8 more points or whatever, and he's cutting off his. I mean, it's entertaining and just well done.
Yeah. Yeah.
So my star rating for Darkman, shoot, I wonder what I gave it back when I reviewed it a long time ago. You know what? I'm going to go for it. 4 stars out of 4 stars for Darkman. I just think it's so entertaining and so simple and so competently conceived and executed. I think it's a hoot.
I give it about 3 1/4.
He's going to give it 3 1/4 stars out of 4. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
For Darkman, much more. You know, we enjoy it much more than Night of the Demons. I think.
Oh yeah, far more than that, yes.
So thank you very much for the, I hope this review was a little more comprehensive. Thank you very much for the recommendation. And I guess if you're done,
we'll stay in the dark.
Well, if you're done, we'll stay in the dark, and maybe we'll turn on the light for the next video. Well, let's hope, okay?
Bye.
Thanks for watching. It can get wet.
When you set it down, I don't know why it reminded me of like the thing.
Oh, I don't know either.
You know, the eyeball on the.
Oh, you mean the prequel or something? Or what?
Oh no, Reanimator.
Oh, Reanimator on the hand. Bride of Reanimator.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense. Yeah.
You know, did you see the third thing of that?
The third movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was like filmed in Spain.
Yeah, it was weird.
It was the reason they filmed in Spain was it was cheaper, I think. And Brian Usna, who directed it, did another movie in Spain, at least one other one called Rottweiler, and it's just horrible. It's like Terminator Dog.
I can't remember. I know Combs was in it.
Oh yeah.
Barbara Crampton was in it, was she?
Not that I'm aware of. I think she was just in the first one.
She wasn't in part 2? Oh no, because she died.
She died at the end of it.
Right.
I don't know what music you're
Brain
doing.
donors.
Oh, okay.
For the ambulance.
Okay, right. Oh, because I see.
Yeah.
Now, but that reminded me of Super Mario Brothers, and it just occurred to me that the new movie came out 30 years after the old one. So how's about that?
The new one wasn't too bad.
That's what you said, yeah.
Too bad.
So if I can find it someday for $3, maybe I'll just buy it. But
I was gonna bring. I do have that Nefarious movie now.
oh, okay.
I do have that. I didn't.
Yeah, there's only so many hours in the
Yeah,
day.
and I forgot. So I was like, oh, well, we'll see if I can.
Thanks. Okay. Oh, there's also another one I want to see if you can download that I just saw and thought was kind of cool. She came from the woods. It's like summer camp.
Okay. Just text me.
Yeah, see the thing that bugs me about this is it's like streaming only, so I'd like that probably never come out on DVD or anything, and it'd be nice to have it digitally.
So it's a new movie?
Well, it just kind of came out on Tubi. It's like Tubi exclusive.
All right. Yeah, just text me.
I'll text you the title. You're like the downloading guy. So if not, that's fine. I'll let it slide. But it's a shame when something comes to streaming and like most likely never will be on disc. It's just annoying.
Yeah.
But if I can own it on download, that's the next best thing.
Might be the only thing.
Might be the only thing.
Yeah. Eventually, they're gonna stop making DVDs and stuff. I think.
Yes, they are.
I don't like that. But
Me either.
good. Don't like it. Maybe they'll go back. Maybe they'll go back to Laserdisc and then they'll keep bringing vinyl back. Why not?
Well, I'm sure they'll bring VHS back.
No, because now that'll be bad for the environment, making all this tape everywhere. It gets stuck in dolphins. Who knows what they'll say?
They're getting stuck on dolphins.
Look what we found in this coral reef. It's an old pile of VHS.
Texas
tape.
Chainsaw Massacre VHS.
I don't know if I linked it to you.
I don't think so.
I actually found Ed Neal's his eulogy at Marilyn Burns' funeral.
So in print or video?
Video.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you can see it. It's on YouTube.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I'll have to see that.
Yeah. Yeah. He was still cracking jokes, but yeah.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how I probably ran across it when I was just looking for oddball clips to put in the trailers or something.
Probably.
That's how you would find it. I sit there late night, oh god, I'm gonna look up Edward Neal and see what I see.
See what comes up.
Right? Hey, look at this.
Okay.
Yeah. You find lots of those guys like at conventions and stuff doing interviews.
Mm-hmm.
Things like that.
I do.
What is that?
It's just a piece of tree leaf or something. It's not a spider. Anyway,
You ready?
I'm ready.
Alright.